Assalamualaikum, I'm Aliza Kim and this is Finding Him. Now, in the previous episode, I shared with you 3 plus 3, so 3 characteristics that you can start working on now, and 3 Islamic etiquettes, actually 2 Islamic etiquettes that you can start working on now. And now I'm going to focus on the 3rd etiquette, but I'm going to do it with a little bit of storytelling about myself. Make things easy for others to adjust to you, because you've just chosen this, new way of life that's actually like earth-shattering. You're actually going to do like a 360 total makeover. Thoughts makeover, body makeover, everything makeover. Okay, so it's gonna take other people some time to get used to you because it wasn't their choice to accept you like this. It was your choice, right? So you wanna give them time to adjust to you, to understand that you're the same person, but hopefully you're a better version of yourself, more kind, more humble, everything that I just spoke about. So I wanna tell you the story about how my parents reacted, how my family reacted. When I told my father first, he was a bit upset. I didn't tell him first that I was reverting. I had a plan for him, but I made it very gentle. I did it in steps, explained to him along the way what I was learning, who my teacher is, who am I learning from. So I took care of his feelings. And I think a lot of people are like, no, this is my choice. They have to accept me. They're my parents. They have to still love me. But look, yes, they will still love you, but you have to love them too, right? They love you, you love them too. So you have to know your parent. You have to, know how to strategize how you're going to tell them. So I made a good strategy for my father. And when I actually told him, all I said was, Papa, I need to update you about me and Islam. And after that, it wasn't exactly like this, but after that, he was like, stop, Aliza. I have something to say. And I was like, what is he gonna say? But he said the most beautiful things for the next 20 minutes. I didn't talk at all. I only said what I just said, yeah? That was the only thing I said. And the rest of the 20 minutes, what he said was basically, I thought about it. If you think this is something that's good for you, will give you peace of mind, then you go ahead. You go ahead. And that was beautiful, And also one of the things that I did with him to get him more comfortable, just as a tip, is after I started to tell him, one of the concerns I know for parents would be, my son or daughter is becoming different than me. This person that I don't know, am I losing them? So make sure, this is my tip, make sure that you spend a lot of time with them. I took my dad on a father-daughter date. Okay, he actually came to visit me in Malaysia, where I am now, and he wanted to go to Malacca. So I took him to Malacca, and this also ties in on making things easy for people. So as we were, going through Malacca, he was enjoying himself so much, and it was a hot day. So when it was time to Salah, and at this time, mind you, I still didn't really know how to Salah. I just did those basically 3 phrases that I taught you in a previous episode, and those movements that I taught you in the previous episode as well. I did that. But the way that I did it, I want you to take note, the way that I did is I took him to a nice air-conditioned area, told him, Papa, have a rest. Don't worry, you have your drink, you just enjoy the aircon for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna step out and then I'm gonna come back. And that was it. I made it very comfortable for him. He didn't feel like, what is she gonna do? Where is she gonna go? I didn't do that. So he felt very comfortable, and that's how I started in that way. Now, this past December, I also went back to meet my Thai side of the family. And this was also the very first time they found out that I was Muslim. So my parents didn't tell them. So it was just like total shock. It's like, what happened to her? All of a sudden, she's a Muslim. Yeah, but alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah. My family members are very open-minded and very accepting. So I didn't have any challenges with my own family at all. My father's side of the family, the only question they asked me was, and I was like, what? The only question they asked me was, how religious are you? And I was like, what do you mean? How religious am I? I was like, what can you eat? So they were just worried about what I can eat, which is very cute, of course. And aside from that, they were just like, okay, Aliza is Aliza. She just has new clothes on. Yeah, so that was my dad's side of the family. Alhamdulillah, I'm very blessed in that way. My mother's side of the family was also extremely lovely. I spent about 4 or 5 days with them in a province. We went to a seaside town, had some time together, and they were so lovely that, you know, whenever they went to buy food for me, they would always ask the vendor, is there pork oil? Is there what kind of meat is in there? So they were absolutely lovely. Even when I woke up before them to go, because they would go to the early morning market, right? But I would wake up for the sunrise prayers. So after the prayers, I would go out and kind of chit chat. They got to the point where it was like, have you done your prayers? If you haven't done your prayers, why don't you do it on the balcony? It's nice and airy. So they got to a point where they were so used to it, you know, because I made it easy for them. You know, the food that I ate, when they asked me, I would say, let's go eat seafood, because Muslims can eat any kind of seafood, and anybody can eat seafood, right? So I didn't make it a burden on them. Again, when I went to pray, I just said, hey, you guys go look at the gift shop, or whatever we were doing, you know, go look at the gift shop, have a coffee, you know, I'm just gonna go disappear for about 10 minutes and I'll come back. So I didn't make it difficult for them. They knew I was gonna go pray, but I did it in such a way that it was easy for them. And even the way that I dressed, they would ask, yeah, aren't you hot? I'm like, no, it's fine, you know, because it's protection from the sun. I don't have to wear sunscreen. Yeah. So you have to figure out ways to, you know, make it easy for them to accept, to explain to them in ways that they can understand. So yeah, so my last point for Islamic etiquette, make things easy for other people. But my main point here for you as a new Muslim is make things easy for your family and friends to adjust to you. They still love you. They still know who you were before. Make sure that they know that you're still the same person, but even better now. Yeah? Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and as always, if you liked this video, make sure that you also like it down there. Give me your comments if you want to, and you know, remember to subscribe to the Dops channel so that you can see all of the videos that I'm making and any new videos as well. So that's what I've got for you for this episode. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed my story as well, as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. And don't forget to join me for the next episode.